Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Rest, and in this video I want to talk about the Blade Fury. As you've probably already seen from a lot of other content creators, this thing is just absolutely ridiculous. So I will have some gameplay up, so if you haven't seen it, as you see, it can just destroy pretty much everything in the game. But I want to kind of go in depth and talk to you guys about why it's so good and explain a little bit more that you might not actually know about the gun. But starting off, obviously this is a Jacob's legendary weapon, and the red text for this weapon says master of the gun, the blade, and the philosophy. Now the unique effect is that it is going to shoot knives, a deal weapon, and melee damage. It says on the card. So already as starting off, yeah, you can compare it to something like the face puncher, since the face puncher does do melee damage. This is also doing that, plus also weapon damage. So to quickly show that off really quick, if you just shoot the target dummy right here, you have 25k and 16k, and I have absolutely no action skills, no skill points, and then I also have my guardian rank system also turned off. So as you see, it's just 25k and 16k just consistently. So the 25k at the top is actually your gun damage, and 16k at the bottom is your melee damage. Now some interesting things about this weapon is that it actually does splash damage, which, you know, it doesn't really seem like it because, you know, it's a Jacob's weapon that doesn't really list it anywhere, but it actually does get splash damage bonuses. So again, just to prove that, you have 25k for the gun damage part, and if we go over here, something like heavy rain, put 5 points into that, and now you're going to be doing 35k. So obviously it jumped up in damage right there, so it actually is getting the splash damage bonus to do more damage. Now, on top of that, since this is also doing weapon damage and melee damage, half the time, like if you're running a face puncher build, if you run around personal space on Amara, you know, this is also increasing gun damage. So as you see, 52k, but the melee damage is staying the exact same. And now, again, if we put something like Armsdale on, again, more splash damage bonuses, and the number just keeps going up and up. But then if you actually finally do a melee damage bonus, so that was plus 100% melee damage. So the top will stay at 60k, but then this is going to go to 33k. So they have their own two little separate systems, I guess is what I'm trying to show you guys right here. And the fact that it also does take splash damage increases, which is going to be really good. Like, this gun is going to be insanely good on pretty much every character in the game. Obviously on Amara, you can do some pretty crazy shenanigans with it, but it doesn't even end there. As you saw from the title, this does supply like on-hit effects, and what I meant by that is stuff like a corrosive static charge, or just something like a radiation static charge right here. This is actually going to do the damage on here. So this is imbued melee with radiation, and then also when you slide, build the static charge up. This stuff does work with the melee portion of this gun. As you see, we just did some elemental damage right there when equipping the artifact. I'll reload the gun really quick to show it again, and now we're also doing this bonus damage as well on top of the normal gun damage, which is crazy strong. Then obviously also, if you equip things like the revolter, you're still going to be doing a crazy amount of damage with it. And just to show that it does work, you are still getting the damage bonus, and literally every single thing you could think of to give a damage bonus to this gun, it does. Normal damage, splash damage, melee damage, any melee on-hit effects. So you can have things like a knife drain to constantly regen your health over and over again with the gun. It could be like sustainment on any other character, and it even works with things like an Amara skill tree, like body and mind, as you've probably seen in some of the gameplay already. Now this gun actually is just doing explosions and splash damage, which is really cool. I'm definitely gonna have a full build coming out on Amara, because again, like I said, this can't work on every character, but Amara definitely has the most shenanigans with it. But I definitely think this is going to be one of the best guns in the game on any character, and it's just going to shine the most on her. But let me know what you guys think about this gun in the comments. If you think it's OP, or you think it needs to be nerfed, you think you like where it's at. Obviously this is probably kind of towards the end of Borderlands 3, so they're just putting something completely broken in the game. But I hope this did help some of you guys out if you didn't know some of the hidden interactions with this gun, and if it did, consider doing all the normal YouTube stuff. It really helps me out and the channel grow by getting these videos out there for everyone to see. I truly appreciate it. But thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.